The 2018 Samsung flagship Galaxy S9, which is now well over a year old, has come down drastically in the price point and is now an excellent smartphone value. Let me explain why in this video coming up. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. The Samsung Galaxy S9 is an excellent smartphone value right now. First thing is first, the price point. The Samsung Galaxy S9, if you look on Amazon, has come down quite a bit. Let me zoom in just a bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Not all these are brand new, but even the Plus, look, you get a Plus for $369. Now, not all of them are brand new, but some of them are renewed and some of them are refurbished. But if you look for a new one, you're still under 500 here, 470 right there, Galaxy S9. So I'm saying, what I'm trying to say here is that this phone right now represents quite a great amount of specification for that money. Galaxy S9 brought you a 2K panel, 5.8 inches, 12 megapixel 4K 60 recording with variable aperture on the rear there. 4 gigabytes of RAM was plenty enough for this phone, I feel like. 6 gigs is a little bit better for the S9 Plus. Snapdragon 845 and a 3000 milliamp hour battery, so not the biggest battery in the world, but still flagship specification here. Fingerprint scanner, heart rate monitor, front-facing iris scanner, so you do have a secure lock method. So really, the Galaxy S9 packing quite the punch for that money right now. Next reason is the body is light and compact. Now the S10 is also light and compact, but this is more like the S10e's size, to be quite honest with you. The S10e feeling maybe slightly more compact, but still, there's not a lot of phones that offer you these compact sizes these days, and the Galaxy S9 is one that did here. Now, I will say one thing, if you thought that the S10e was too big and you wanted a smaller size device, not one of these larger phones that is now on the market today, you definitely will like what the Galaxy S9 is gonna offer you. So good light package here with plenty great specifications for a reasonable asking price here in 2019. And this phone still runs the One UI, which is a great thing. The next reason this is an excellent smartphone value is the display. So the display, like the Galaxy S10, is Super AMOLED. Well, this is dynamic AMOLED. Still pretty similar technology here in terms of the way it looks to your eyeballs. If we go over here to display settings, you'll see they both do have a similar resolution. Display. And if we go to screen resolution, 2960 by 1440, the S10 goes to 3040 by 1440, but still, I mean, in real world, they're pretty much a similar type of display when it comes to that crispness. Now, I will say that the S10 gets a little more natural and it does have a little bit more of an all-screen display, whereas you get thicker bezels here, but you also don't get the obtrusion of the cutout display over here. You get the full display experience on the S9, so that might be a draw for the Galaxy S9, but overall, just a little more saturated, I think, on the S9. This is more natural looking than this display, so that really is something you got to make a decision for yourself. But if you just look at these two right here, they're both pretty similar. So you're getting a way cheaper phone than the S10, but you're also getting a similar style display, so really good display for the money. In addition to those other things I've mentioned, the performance is still top notch with the Galaxy S9. I've been using it for quite some time. 4 gigabytes of RAM is not the highest amount, but because it has a flagship CPU in the 845, I haven't found it to be too much of a problem here with the S9. So for the first time in a while, I think the S9s were the first Samsung phones that really didn't represent a phone that gave you much lag. The S8 had some, the Note 8 did as well, but with the S9, I really didn't have an issue with it at all. I don't think you will to this day. Now, when it comes to the One UI, it made it even better in terms of its performance aspect. So it just got a little bit snappier, just a little smoother feeling with the One UI, and it's a really nice update for the S9. Didn't really hurt battery life on my experience. It might have on yours, so let us know your One UI experience. Some people don't like the icons and what have you, but the overall performance is still rock solid for the S9, which is why I still think it's a good value. Next up is the camera is still an incredible value here for the S9. Variable aperture and really good results off of this camera. I mean, really sharp pictures you can get with this phone right here. They're definitely at a flagship level. Look at the detail. It's out of this world here for the S9. And yes, it doesn't have triple camera flash. It doesn't have the, the flashy dual camera setups, but it does give you a really solid primary shooter. And I think for most people, that's all you really need. You could still zoom in even though you don't have the optical lens, but at the same time, selective focus is here, video is here, pro mode is here, panoramic, food mode, AR emoji. This is a fully loaded camera experience without the extra lenses. Let's just put it that way. Now you also have a pretty solid front facing camera, although this was drastically improved for the S10. It's still pretty good here, 8 megapixel 1440p recording. On the whole, I would say that the camera, while it doesn't do the best in Instagram, it's still a really solid, piece of hardware for your camera. So take a look at some of these samples with the S9, you kind of see what I'm talking about. Next reason this is an excellent value is that you're getting dual speakers. Now this is an area where mid-rangers oftentimes will cut a feature, is in the dual speaker setup. Not all of them give you that, but the S9 does with Dolby Atmos, which can be used on the regular speakers as well as with your headphones. Sometimes you'll get Dolby Atmos, but it only works with the headphones. It actually works with the hardware speakers as well for the S9. In addition, Samsung did not axe the headphone jack with the S9, and they might do that going forward, but this phone was not one of them that lost that feature. So you can be happy about that, you headphone jack lovers. I also love the headphone jack, so I'm talking to myself. You can see right here, tasks and things like that. But when it comes to gaming, when it comes to just keeping this phone fast over the long haul, I can still hear it. You can still hear it. So really good speaker performance. Always love that about the S9. Look at that video. I mean, nothing obtruding here, just a bezel here, clean video right there. So do love it here for the video experience on the S9. And I want to combine multiple features into one segment here, talking about them all together. The rear fingerprint sensor was put in the right place for the S9, making it very easy and accurate to respond to your usage. You'll easily get used to this, and I do like physical fingerprint sensors because I find them a little more accurate than under display fingerprint sensors right now. You can also pull down the notifications tray and your toggles up there with that fingerprint sensor, so that's always a nice touch as well. The next thing I want to talk about is that the S9 gives you a heart rate monitor. So those of you who do like, fitness, stuff like that, you'll love this phone. Wireless charging, just like a Galaxy S10, IP68 dust and water resistant, just like an S10. You also do get Samsung DeX experience, optional if you do get the adapter to go into a monitor, attach a keyboard, and you can make your S9 operate like a laptop. In addition, this also has the perks that the S10 will offer you, such as fast charging. So there's a lot of perks that you're going to be sold on the S10 that the S9 already gave you, making this, again, a great smartphone deal. So where does the Galaxy S9 stumble? Because so far it might have seemed like all I'm doing is praising this phone, like it has no downsides. And while it does have a couple, I will promote some of those to you, and that is, well, the battery life. Not the best I've seen on a Samsung phone. With a 3000, you're not gonna be bragging about battery life. It's just not a large battery, and this one definitely did not make it more than a day. In fact, I had to charge this thing sometimes before bedtime, so not the best, but fast charging, wireless charging. The fact that we have battery packs all over the place these days, and a lot of public places even have places to charge, it's not too big of a deal. So in conclusion, if you are looking for a Samsung Galaxy phone, do not like the big price that comes attached with the latest and greatest smartphones that are on the market, then you might really do yourself a favor by buying the S9. Now you could say there's a lot of great mid-rangers that are better than that phone, but not so much in the processor, not so much in the camera. They might have triple cameras, but some of the mid-rangers have weak triple cameras, so I would rather have a really good primary camera than have 3 weak triple cameras. Not all of them, but some of them. I know some people are gonna say the Galaxy A series, but there's still a lot of advantages to this over the A series, like wireless charging, glass body, IP68. There's a lot of stuff in here that would make it a sell over the A series as well. So if you have an S9, please share your experience with the community down below, how it's been working for you. If you just picked one up, share that experience as well. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this excellent value of a smartphone in the Galaxy S9, please drop those in the comments. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, informing, do me a favor, click that like button for me. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more. Thank you very much for watching. Always appreciate it. I will catch you all in the next episode. Be sure to be well. Nick here, and peace.